Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the latest installment of the Grand Slam Wrestling Match of the Week. I am Big Polly coming to you today. We have another match featuring World Champion Farmer Burns, who is now in week number 70 of his reign as World Champion. He'll be taking on the one of the stars of Japan in the 80s, 90s, thereabouts, Hiroyoshi Tenzan. And the match virtually will be taking place in the Northern Circuit in Ames, Iowa. Now, this is the first card I have done since the last match of the week you saw, where Danny Hodge defeated Tiger Mask. So let me show you very quickly, since we didn't have any cards to do. This card that you're seeing now is the first card I've done since the last match of the week. The Delphi Forum's Wrestling Finest Forum, I guess you could call it for lack of a better term. And the best way to get here is to search on Google and type in Wrestling's Finest Delphi Forum, and I think that would be the quickest way there. And if you look quickly, or maybe you would want to type this into Google too, Grand Slam Wrestling, you'll be able to find. Now this is going to look a little different on my setup than it is on yours, because I use something called Illuminator that I have up here on Google. Deluminate, which is an app where you could take the white background. My eyes do not see, as my eyesight has dwindled down a little bit, thanks to older age and all of that. I'm 49 years old. I use Deluminate, and I turn the backgrounds dark as much as possible. And this is where I reside on the Delphi Forum, Grand Slam Wrestling. I started this in 2017, and I had a year zero to declare my champions, and I am now 8 weeks to the end of year number 3. So if you go on Google and you go Delphi Forums, in fact, I'm going to do it right here for you. Delphi Forums. Wrestling's Finest. It'll get you here. Wrestling's Finest Pro Wrestling Game. Delphi Forums. You type on that, and boom, you're right back to where you were. Now, let's try something else. Type in Grand Slam Wrestling. And will that get you here? Yes, it will. Yes, it will. It'll get you to some of my posts on Grand Slam Wrestling over the years. So I just wanted to show you all the forum, Wrestling's Finest. This is version 3 that I use, and it's a pretty good game. I think it's one of the best games for the old grappling game. Hope you enjoy it. And with that in mind, let's look at the matches I have already done. In fact, I have been using the card creation tool. Well, I can't take the screen full here right now, so let me bring my notepad back up so I can tell you what has happened. Earlier on this North Circuit card in Ames, Iowa, where Iowa State University is, the Cyclones, in the preliminary, kind of like I like to call a dark match, where I give teams or singles that have been traded to the region a tryout, and then they could try to work their way up the card. It was the Love Brothers who were the trade lottery pick of the North Circuit, where they were assigned to the North Circuit. I take all the teams I've ever used in GSW, and every 4th week there is a tag team lottery, and every other week there is a single lottery, and when their number is pulled, I move them. So the Love Brothers and Brian Kendrick and Paul London went to a 20-minute time limit draw. So Kendrick and London will probably move up since they were the higher rated. Eddie and Mike Graham came back from a recent injury to Eddie. And this is the second week they have been in their comeback. They took the Japanese duo of Jado and Geto to a 30-minute draw. George Kidd over Bob Roop by DQ. Bob Roop, the All-American backjumper. James Storm, who just come over in the trade lottery a week ago, got into it with Kidd and caused Kidd to win by DQ. So George Kidd sat in the corner of Jim Lundos. and had a ringside seat to Lundo's beating Storm by submission with a leg lock in 1823. A couple of babyface teams, Team Hell No and the Crusaders. A couple of good guy teams, well, they weren't so good to each other. They went to a double countout in 20 minutes and 8 seconds. How about this first stunner? Greg Valentine over Bern Gagne. 9:42 an elbow drop. Double countout between Tony Charles, because I accidentally put Leroy McGurk in this spot, and he went to a double countout with The Undertaker, 12:36, so both will move up, but The Undertaker will hang on to the slot. The Southern Rockers have been doing well as Northern Tag Champs. They defeated the Miller Brothers by countout, 9 minutes 24 seconds. John Pezic, who many think is the second best in GSW right now, behind Farmer Burns, he easily defeated Leroy McGurk. That match went 16:08, and Pezic won with a chin lift and throw. He just picked him up by the chin, threw him down, got the pin. And that gets us to our next match. It's going to be Farmer Burns defending against Hiroyoshi Tenzan. Now, if you get this game, this photo of Tenzan is not in the game. But what you could do is you can find photos, and if you know how to crop photos into this game, well, you most certainly can use them. Like this photo here, you have to crop to 160 by 200. And I have been getting photos into the game for the last few days, trying to find all of the photos I didn't have. So this match for the world's title, it's going to be one fall. It's going to be 60 minutes. Tenzan has never been a champion anywhere in GSW. So we'll set that up. Tenzan will have 60 minutes to either get a pinfall or make Burns submit. What's this? Ric Flair in the corner of Hiroyoshi Tenzan? Oh, this is interesting. Flair is the manager of John Pezic right now. So, woo! Flair has come down and is going to provide a little support for Tenzan, try to give a little advice. As they try to knock Farmer Burns out, Farmer Burns has said once he loses the title, he is retiring from GSW. He has no interest in staying on and trying to gain the championship back. So, one fall, 60 minutes in time. Now I can expand the box here a little bit. There we go. We'll do the trade hold recommendations. And Tenzan has a ropes trade recommendation, and we're not going to use that. Burns is the champ. Tenzan is the challenger, and we'll get this show on the road. Prediction, of course, Farmer Burns. He's at 268 rating, and Tenzan is 106. And Flair will be in his corner, so you never know what kind of intangible that will lead to. And here we go. 60-minute time limit. A strategy card already used by Tenzan, and it backfired. Submission move, arm breaker, but only reduces Burns' stamina by 4. Submission move countered. Burns picking up on what Tenzan is doing very quickly. And remember, Burns can pin you anytime. We've seen a lot of matches end in less than 10 minutes. Burns smashed Tenzan off the top of the head with to the top of the head with that standing elbow smash. Legal arm hold by Burns. Headlock by Burns. And you could use this for a pin. Nope. A legal forearm. We have seen at least 3 occasions I could think of where Burns has won a match in less than 10 minutes since we have been doing the match of the week. A pin hold. A kick by Tenzan. Damage early on. It's 10 for Burns and 39 for Tenzan. Diving headbutt, but it misses. And Burns finds a counter. Body slam, countered by Tenzan. The more damage you accrue, the more likely you will get pinned. And Tenzan already nearing the next fatigue level. I think he's already gone through 1. Legal leg hold, legal throw by Burns. Not this time. Well, legal choking by Burns, but that works. Reverse leg lock. Full Nelson roll, but that didn't get Tenzan. Tenzan stomps Burns on the ankle. Reduces him 6. Auto control loss by Tenzan. Specially moved spinning toe hold. This could be it. Nope, not yet. But Tenzan getting tired. He's already at his next stamina drop level, 39-36-3. So he's fading quick. Auto control loss by Burns. Suplex attempt by Tenzan. Specially moved spinning toe hold. There's your submission. And Farmer Burns, once again, champion. 10 minutes and 26 seconds is all it took. Ric Flair looking a little stupefied in the corner of Tenzan, but that's all she wrote. And once again, Burns wins a match, albeit quickly, and he is proving to be an unstoppable champion. Although John Pezic, has been doing quite well in the Northern Circuit. He is the Northern champion as of late, so we're really looking forward to that clash, week 52, 8 weeks down the road. If Burns and if Pezic could stay out of injury trouble and keep their championships, that will be quite a meeting. That will be a no time limit, no DQ, no stopping on cuts match, winner take all. And if Burns wins, he moves on as champion. But if Pezic wins, they both retire, because all Pezic wanted to do was win the world title before retiring. And Burns has already said once he loses, he will retire. So that has been your match. Burns over Tenzan in just 10:26. And this has been Big Paulie coming to you. We wish you well, no matter where you are, no matter when you see this. We'll head to the East Circuit next week, and that we don't have a site for that. That is TBA, and we don't have an opponent yet for Farmer Burns. That'll be TBA, and we'll catch you again next week. Bye bye for now, everybody.